Morning all, it's Monday the 27th of May. Let's have a look at the charts. We've got a fair bit of action just only a few hours ago, which is great to see for the bulls and everyone's portfolios in general. I'll just cover Bitcoin and Ethereum in this video. The altcoins on BitMEX, they're pretty volatile, a little bit messy, so there's not really a great deal in regards to trade opportunities just for now. That will come soon, but all eyes are on Bitcoin and Ethereum just for now. So I just want to zoom right in, or right out rather, on the daily chart, just in regards to the next levels of support and resistance. We consolidated over the last few days or couple of weeks just under 8,400, a little cluster here, and now we've broken out with momentum and volume. So from here, where do we go? My next key level of horizontal support and resistance is around about 9,700 thereabouts, or we could even just say 10,000. Nice round figure. So there's a few rejections on that level, and there's not too much on the daily in between. So from here, I do actually expect us to get up to high nines. Originally I thought 9,000s, but this momentum is pretty convincing. A move to high nines will give us a nice end to the parabolic move, a daily high test rejection candle would be nice to complete the move, and then we can start looking at the pullback plays, because we haven't been able to get in any of the Bitcoin breakouts. We've managed to get in Ethereum instead, so we'll be looking to play the pullback. So overall, crypto market looks very healthy now. It was quite bad, doom and gloom, down to 3,500 mark. We just never saw the end of the end of the bear market, but now we're looking pretty good. Strong bullish moves. Bitcoin's certainly not dead. Where do we go from here? People are going to start getting trapped from here. You look on the Facebook and social media pages, people are raving, people are FOMOing, people want to buy in and saying it doesn't matter where you buy in, long term you'll be fine, things like that. But I believe we're up for a 30 to 50% correction before we actually stabilize and really move. Parabolic moves don't end well for people that buy at the top. So where do I see us going from here? A little bit of speculation, but we can use horizontal support and resistance and fib levels to give us a pretty good indication of where we may go. So I think a pullback to 6,000 or thereabouts is extremely likely, highly possible I believe, but parabolic corrections, as I just mentioned, would suggest that this thing could go a hell of a lot lower before we make the next move up. So 6,000 is kind of my first stop now. Initially I had 4,200 penciled in as the correction, but the higher we go, the higher I'm going to push my correction levels, and based on support and resistance, 6,000 is pretty strong, pretty key level. And this is just an example of what may happen. Sharp correction, a little bit of consolidation, and then a nice steady increase and rise in value. So 2021, 2022 are going to be extremely good times, I feel. We just have to be prepared for this next correction over the next couple of months. It's a good chance to catch the move. We missed a fair portion of this, which was pretty annoying, pretty devastating, but we've got a second chance here to catch some on the way down, and then the big major move. To me, this is the test run. This is the test pump before the real thing starts in the next couple of years. So exciting times. Let's drill down to the lower time frames. This is the 4-hour chart. I had penciled in for quite a while. The pennant played out beautifully. We never got a retest here. That's an opportunity to trade long off there. I don't usually trade within patterns. I wait for the breakout, either below or above, and we certainly did break out. As for a trade opportunity trading this breakout, not really. I'll show you the 1 hour in a second, but that's a beautiful pattern, continuation pattern that played out perfectly. The 1 hour, let's have a look. So this is the breakout candle here. To take this trade on the breakout, you would have had to set a buy stop. Now there's nothing wrong with that. I don't like to do it in the crypto markets. I don't like to do it in general at all, really. Just because you can get wicked out like quite easily. Like if we traded a buy stop breakout here, 8,200, we could have rejected the previous high, 8,400, and then head lower. So quite easily get trapped, and then you're looking at sort of mid fours, 8,000 420, 450 for a buy stop, and then your risk reward is kind of gone there. So to me, that's not tradable. Like, you see a big green candle or a big red candle and you think, oh wow, could have been in that trade, would have been great. But you got to be in this, you got to be in these breakouts early. You know, there's possibly an opportunity to trade there. That was a pretty good support level, but it was inside this pattern. I clearly stated that I don't like trading with inside patterns, but she's gone. It's gone. Everyone should be holding a lot of Bitcoin in their portfolio instead of alts at the moment, so it's really good to see this momentum and increase in US dollar value terms. So let's just have a look at Ethereum now. Alright, what do we got? Let's expand this a little bit. Have a look at the daily. Actually, hang on, I'll go to the Bitfinex charts. Alright. By the looks of this, it hasn't completed a parabolic move like Bitcoin has. They've been moving in tandem pretty much since the start of the year. And we've gone pretty much vertical, so from here, like on the lower time frames, we're hitting resistance now at about $270. If we break that, we're looking at $300. Beyond that, there's a minor level there, but $368 is a level there, could even be a bit higher, $388. So I would not be surprised to see Ethereum outperform Bitcoin over the next couple of months. But it needs to be a lot of caution because, as I said, they're both working in tandem. Same deal here, when it does complete its move, a good correction before the next leg up. So in my eyes, I believe we've found the bottom. Where the correction ends up, who knows? Could end up all the way back down here again. There's no reason why we can't, but I feel we've made our bottom, and from here the bear season is over. Alright, let's just flip back to our current trade. Alrighty. So pretty fortunate really to get in our trade when we did. Like, it looked like a false breakout there for a while. I was a little bit concerned about the trade, but if we had have waited for the breakout, there's a very small opportunity or window of opportunity here on this candle. I'll just zoom in, this one here, to get in a trade, and then much like Bitcoin, it just took off. But I just want to point out to you guys, it's really important to stack a lot of areas and support zones inside your stop loss. Now in this one here, we traded the breakout of this pennant, and inside our stop we had the top of the pennant, the trend line, we had the 50 EMA, we had the 200 EMA, which is also the 4-hour 50 EMA, and this horizontal support and resistance here. It's only minor because it's an intraday support line, but nonetheless it's still there. And we did have our stop loss about here. We've since moved it to break even, so we would have had to break back inside the trend line, the 50 EMA, the 200 EMA, and the support line. So there's 4 levels of support there to protect our trade. We broke through 2 of them and just bounced off our 4th level of protection here. So really good trade, very well protected, good defense, and it played out very well. That's why you don't have your stop too tight, you don't have it too loose. You just got to make sure that you've got things inside your stop to help protect your trade. And we've popped out, we've busted above. From here, my next level is about 274, 275. I want to keep a close eye on. I'm hoping we just stabilise, bull flag, pennant here before our final next move up. We can just have a pullback, get some momentum, and try and drive through this resistance level here and target 300 for a profit. I'll keep a close eye on it. If we can't break through here over the next couple of days, we may look to close our trade or lift our stop loss up nice and tight. But just for now, trades are working out really well, and ROE is pretty good. We've only just bulletproof, so the only thing we're guaranteed now is not to lose money. We haven't locked in any profits whatsoever, so just be aware of that. Nothing's in the bank yet. We just got to let the trade play out, stick to the plan, and I'll be in touch in the next couple of days to give an update on how it's going.